Hi, my name is Mahaley Marcanola, and this is my contemporary business leader presentation. Um, the person I interviewed was my mom. Um, she has been with CBRE Google for about 6 years and in this leadership role for about two. Before this job, she was a project manager at a small company called Colorado Doors, which she was in the project management role for about 10 plus years and managed people there. I asked her about her greatest career achievement, and she said that her greatest career achievement was managing a $10 million project ahead of schedule and under budget, which she was pretty proud about. And she said that it was a major accomplishment because the project was for Google, and um, it was really important to deliver high quality work to them and maintain a strong relationship and show that she could handle large scale responsibilities. The significant part of her success is how she coordinated all the different teams. She set up weekly meetings. She ensured everyone understood their deadlines and maintained an open communication to prevent anyone from failing or falling behind. She was able to keep the project moving smoothly while doing this. She also created an environment that everyone felt supported and connected in. This helped everyone work together as one unit, which ultimately allowed them to finish the project early and save the company money. Next is the survey that I asked her about rating how she handled all or how she portrayed all of these things when working through her achievement. And she scored pretty high except for the foresight and the stewardship. Um, but as you can see from the scores, listening, healing, persuasion, conceptualism, and commitment to the growth of people were rated very highly and used consistently. Listening is one of the most important parts of managing a large project. By hearing what team members need, it is easier to prevent misunderstandings and keep the project moving smoothly. Another key trait was her commitment to the growth of people. She mentioned that she tried to help employees develop their skills, feel supported, and feel included in the decision-making process. This is not only what the team, this is not only to make the team feel valued, but it's also to strengthen the trust and confidence, which ultimately help the project succeed. Um, this is her significant career challenge. She said that her one of her main challenges that she ran into was um it was difficult for her to keep everyone focused, aligned, and working towards the same goal, which um with large projects, team members have a lot of different work styles, attitudes, and levels of motivation. So getting everyone on the same page was a real challenge for her. They took the time to understand everyone's work and ethics and strengths. And by doing that, they could assign tasks in a way that kept people engaged and productive. Instead of using a one-size-fits-all approach and giving everyone the same assignments, she adjusted her strategy and on what each person needed to succeed. To keep the team on track, she used regular check-ins, meetings, follow-ups, um, and also write-ups when necessary. It wasn't her goal to like punish people, but it was to make expectations clear and maintain the accountability. In the end, the outcome was positive. The project was completed and the team finished strong. Everyone ended working towards the same goal. And then did another survey for this challenge as well, and she scored still pretty high, except for the healing and the stewardship, but still pretty high. Um, I feel like when she went through this challenge, she relied a lot on awareness. She paid attention to everyone's strengths and weaknesses so that she could place them in their best work, where they would do their best work as well. And this helped keep the project organized and prevent people from falling behind. She also used her interest in building a community. Even though she had a project to get done, she wanted the team to feel connected and supportive and not like they're It's just like a little more than work, like yeah. Um, and she helped everyone work better together as well. The power base is used. I would say um, that the ones she mainly used were expert and referent. She used the expert power because she understood the project and knew her team's strength and weaknesses, and she helped guide people in the right direction. She also used referent power, which comes from trust and respect. Her team respected her because she communicated well and supported them, so they were willing to follow her lead. I would say the impact of these bases were positive because people stayed focused, communicated well, and the communication also improved, and the team trusted her that in and it made it easier for everyone on to get on the same page and so that they could finish the project successfully. The mission and vision statement from CBRE is to realize that the potential of the um to realize the potential of clients, professionals, and partners by building a real estate solution for the future. Their focuses, their vision focuses on building strong and long-term relationships with Google, and this shows how this guides the company to set the goals and makes decisions while working with other people as well. During the interview, I would say the entrepreneurial interview. She scored high across the entrepreneurial mindset traits. She used her need to achieve, her creative her creativity, her risk-taking, and strong work ethic daily, and it which also helped her stay proactive and push the project forward even when challenges came up. One trait that stood out to me was openness to experience. She talked about how being open to new ideas and not being afraid to change helped her move up in the position that she is in right now. The leadership theory application, the second leadership theory that fits transformational leadership. Um, sorry, the two leaderships that fit the theory is servant leadership and transformational leadership. Um, the first one is tr servant leadership because if it's how she always puts her team's needs first and focuses on listening and supporting them and helping them grow. She builds trust by being available and truly paying attention to what her team needs to succeed. The second theory that fits is transformational leadership. She inspires her team to stay focused, stay motivated, and work towards the same goal. She communicates the vision clearly and keeps everyone encouraged during the project. Um, the person I decided to compare her to was Larry Page, which is the co-founder of Google. Um, there are clear similarities between him and her. They both value innovation and encourage their teams to think creatively. They also share transformational traits because they motivate people to work towards a bigger vision. I would say my mom leads strongly towards servant leadership, meaning that she focuses um, on her team's needs and listens closely and supports their personal growth. Larry Page, on the other hand, is much more vision driven and transformational. He pushes bold ideas, takes risks, and drives change through high expectations and strategic thinking. Their strengths reflect these differences, I would say. Um, and my mom is strong in communication, relationship building, and keeps teams aligned. Larry's strengths are innovation, big picture thinking, and inspiring major breakthroughs. They do have weaknesses as well, though. My mom might sometimes prioritize her needs comfort first, while Larry is a little bit on the quieter end and less hands-on than she is. The leadership lessons. The first lesson I would say is the I would say the three key characteristics that leaders should demonstrate is the first one is listening, and good leaders take time to hear their team's concerns and ideas, and this prevents problems and helps people feel valued. The second characteristic is accountability. She showed how important it is to follow through on expectations and hold them to a clear standard. This builds trust and keeps everyone on track. The third lesson is adaptability. Leaders need to adjust quickly when situations change. She did this through her project by shifting strategies and finding new ways to keep the team focused. And there's also a bunch of behaviors that leaders probably shouldn't do and that they should avoid. Um, I would say the main ones are ignoring team's concerns, micromanaging, and avoiding necessary conversations because this can damage and slow down progress. My reflection over this whole project is I picked my mom because I see how hard she worked. She doesn't let people walk all over her, and she's a great leader. She has strong real world relationship experience and gave clear examples on what effective leadership looks like. She deals with real challenges and leads teams through high pressure project, which makes her a great person to learn from. I chose Larry Page for comparison because he is a major figure in the same industry and is well known for transformational leadership innovation. Comparing him to my mom helps me see the differences between people centered relationships and vision centered relationships. Overall, I learned that leadership isn't only about telling people what to do, it's also about communication, trust, and adaptability and knowing how to motivate your team. Seeing difference in leadership styles makes it clear um, how leaders impact the success of a project or organization.